It's already November. The activity in the garden has slowed down, but there are still many things on our checklist that can be done. We are gardening in a cold climate here, in a Zone 5 Canadian region. Depending on your zone, things can somewhat differ, but something that everyone should do during this time is sit back and observe. It is important that throughout all parts of the year, we're always observing the changes of each day, week, and month, especially in our first year on the property here. We're actively creating a reliable place where we can reference the natural patterns that are specific to our own area. Looking for opportunities for improvement so that we can increase the efficiency of the ecosystem that we are about to nurture. Journaling all observations as you see them can become a very helpful reference for you to look back on in any of the following seasons ahead. If you need more ideas on how to design a garden through observations, I will provide you a link below. Getting into the garden, you'll want to make sure to clean up and remove any diseased plants in your annual garden beds to prevent any setbacks next season. Rather than contaminating your compost, you can burn them and use the biochar from the result. Mulch tender plants that need protection. Strawberries have experienced our first hard frost here on October 31st. So now they're ready to be mulched at about 5 inches. You want to give them an initial chance to harden off to the cold temperatures before you mulch them. But we do want to mulch them before the harsh winter arrives. This blanket will prevent them from the possibility of heaving out of the ground. Collect any late remaining seeds that you wish to save. You can still get away with planting garlic so long as the ground hasn't frozen, and that is what we're going to be doing this week. Fall can be a good time to soil test so that you can prepare any needed amendments now to be ready for spring. You can do a simple pH test at home and adjust the conditions based on your intentions for the next year, or you can do a more in-depth analysis by submitting to an environmental laboratory for a micro or macronutrient content. Fall is the better time to do this if you are going to submit to a laboratory, as they will be less busy. We don't have any tender tubers or bulbs to dig up this year, but if you do, you'll want to store them in a cold cellar or garage. On the last weeks that the weather is warm, we can create a new garden space for next year. Before winter is a great time for cold climates to prepare a bed for spring, because the winter will help speed the breakdown of the compost that you add to any new bed. We had just constructed these garden beds in our front area of the property so that we are ready to plant in spring. Now, on the maintenance side of things, you're going to want to make sure that you disconnect your hose lines before it gets really cold. The last thing you want is your hose lines to be freezing and thawing in the wild fluctuating temperatures. If you have any extra time on your hands, November can be a good time to sharpen and clean any of your garden tools so that they're ready for you in spring. If you have any additional tasks on your November checklist, add them to the discussion below. My name is Rachel, and this is Food Forest Living. My goal is to help you grow, nurture, and harvest the bounties of a simple and sustainable lifestyle. In the pursuit to grow our food came a consciousness for nature, where we're learning to grow more and use less to thrive. Subscribe and hit the bell so together we can grow the world. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.